You are probably here because you want to know how your mind has to do with healing. How can mastering your mind, mastering your thoughts, heal you? Let's get into it. Hey guys, Kelly Nelson here with Kelly Nelson Health. Welcome back to my channel where I talk all things healing chronic illness and anxiety using nervous system regulation. So if you suffer from conditions like fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, POTS, anxiety, or maybe you've even been experiencing some mystery type symptoms for 6 months or more and Western medicine has not been able to help you, well, you, my friend, are in the right place. Let's get into it. For this episode, I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to have a living room type conversation with you. Now, I know we're not actually together, I wish, but it's fall out and it's crispy weather, and I just feel like I really want to sit down and just have a casual conversation without formal bullet points or a script to follow. So I have got my tea right here. I invite you to go get yours. I want to talk to you about your thoughts. How big of a deal your thoughts are when it comes to healing. Here it is, simply put. If you can't believe or don't believe that you can heal, you won't. It is that simple. But that's how powerful our thoughts are. We need to know, we need to believe in our core that we can absolutely heal. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Kelly, well, that is way easier said than done. And trust me, I believe you. I get it. I was there. I'm still there sometimes. I'm a work in progress. I am not a perfect human being, even though I've gone through this process. It is difficult because our brains are wired the way that they are wired. Our subconscious mind is wired in a way where we can't just talk our way out of thinking a certain way, right? We can't talk our way out of a belief. So how do we do this? How do we get to the core of really believing something? Well, this all starts with our past. I've talked about this in previous videos, but this is kind of shedding a different light on it. We think a certain way, we believe certain things because of things that have happened in our past, more so in our childhood. And when we are presented with something that might be a little bit different from that previous belief and that previous notion, our brain will either distort it, generalize it, or delete it. And that is the work of our subconscious brain. And here's the problem. 95% of our brain is made up of the subconscious. 5% is the conscious. 95% the unconscious. So how do we get to the subconscious part of our brain and really get in there to rewire those patterns, those ways of thinking, to give us a different reality? To heal our symptoms, to make us happier, give us more joy? Well, one way to start is by collecting evidence that you absolutely can heal. And then simultaneously getting rid of the things that surround you that tell you you cannot heal. So for instance, if you are part of a Facebook forum and let's say you have fibromyalgia, chances are in this forum, people are talking about the fact that they cannot heal fibromyalgia. Maybe that's what their doctors told them. They're talking about their symptoms. They're complaining about life and how they're not able to do X, Y, Z anymore. And they just continue going down a rabbit hole. And guess what? They're most likely bringing you down with them. And a lot of it is your subconscious going down with them. It's not the fact that you're thinking you're going down with them. It's your subconscious doing it for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to take ourselves out of situations like that. So we're not going to be a part of any forums that have to do with that. Maybe we can start looking at forums that have to do with healing instead. So follow me on Instagram at Kelly Nelson Health. You can also follow other practitioners or other health coaches that tell you you can heal, because you absolutely can. Follow people's journeys who are healing, because this will get your subconscious mind to start believing. You can also listen to podcasts about healing through nervous system regulation. You can read books about healing from nervous system regulation. It's everywhere. It's everywhere because it's happening, and it can happen for you too. I want to tell you a personal story of mine that, although is way out there, it doesn't really have to do with healing and health and wellness. It actually has very much to do with what I'm talking about today, about the power of our thoughts, the power of our subconscious mind. So I was about 17 years old and I was in love for the very first time with this boy. He was so handsome and so mysterious and fun and adventurous, everything that I ever wanted at that age. And it was truly the first time I fell in love. And about 7-8 months into our relationship, he cheated on me. And not only did he cheat on me, but he had a full-blown other relationship going on with another girl. And I could get into the nitty-gritty details, but I basically found out through social media. There was this thing called LiveJournal at the time, which was similar to MySpace. And she started writing about this new, beautiful relationship she had with my boyfriend. And friends of ours happened to know each other, and so that's how I was informed. And I was devastated. It took me about probably a week and a half to get out of bed. I woke up every day thinking it was a nightmare. I couldn't eat. I was physically ill. It was awful. I was a very young girl, and this feeling, this trauma was deeply ingrained in my subconscious. Now, I didn't know it at the time, but it absolutely was. And the reason that I'm going here is because in my future relationships thereafter, so when I was about 18, 19, in my early 20s, I found myself thinking that every man, every boy I was dating was cheating on me. And it was so powerful. It was to the point where I not only thought it, I knew it to be true. And then the only time I ever found out, wow, Kelly, you are crazy, is because I actually went as far as looking through this first guy I was dating. I think I was 18, 19 after this. I looked through his phone thinking that he was talking to other girls, and I found nothing. But it continued on and on. It stayed with me. I genuinely thought that the men that I would fall in love with would just cheat on me. And so I kept looking for the evidence everywhere I went, looking for the fact that they were cheating on me. And it was nowhere. But I kept feeding my subconscious more and more. And so the more that time went on, the more that belief was ingrained in my subconscious. The same thing is happening when you tell yourself you can't heal. The same thing is happening when you're going on those Facebook forums and listening to these people telling you and everyone else how you can't heal, talking about their symptoms, exacerbating your symptoms while you're at it. And so I invite you to, again, get out of those Facebook forums, get out of those groups, and only surround yourself with positive people and positive groups that prove you absolutely can heal. So I want to add another tool for you. When you realize you're having a negative thought about healing, I can't heal, it's not for me, you know what this looks like. I want you to realize, okay, this thought is not me. It's not the conscious mind. This is the subconscious mind fighting back, right? Because it automatically reverts to that old way of thinking to protect you, even though it's not protecting you. It really is to protect you. It's the survival innate mechanism that each and every one of us human beings have within us. So I want you to notice it and separate yourself from the thought. In fact, you can even go as far as picturing yourself in a movie theater. You, the conscious observer, your conscious mind, are watching the screen, these subconscious thoughts. As soon as you separate yourself from that, you're already telling your subconscious mind, I'm not going there. And the more that you implement this, the more that you stop those thoughts in their tracks, separate yourself from them and realize, oh, that's not me, and you kind of shoulder it off, the more you do it, all of a sudden, whoa, I'm not thinking those thoughts as much. And oh my gosh, because I'm not thinking those thoughts as much, I'm not feeling a certain way as much. Maybe the symptom feels better. Maybe the symptom is gone. This, my friend, is mastering your mind in real time. And so let's break it down really simply. First, this week, I invite you to take yourself out of the Facebook forums or any platforms for that matter that are not serving your thoughts that you can heal. Start immersing yourself in ones that do agree with the fact that you can heal. Start collecting evidence everywhere. Start reading a book that talks about healing through nervous system regulation. Listen to a podcast, whatever that looks like for you. And then lastly, I want you to stop those thoughts whenever you notice them. Separate yourself from them and say, no, not going to happen today. All right, my friend, if you feel this video helped you, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And of course, if you know anybody that you think or know this video can help, be sure to send it their way. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you can be notified when my next video comes out. I'll see you next week. Happy, healthy healing. Bye.